Hi there, Poppin PJ here. We're going to make a jewelry organizer using pallet board, doing a hydro dip method, and putting it on a shutter. And it's going to look great and be functional. Like this one here. How's that sound? To begin making my hydro dip shutter jewelry organizer, I'm first filling a tote full of water. And then once that's 3/4 full, I'm going to take the water and push it on my rolling cart into my garage. Lots of colors to choose from for the hydro dip. So the more colorful, the better, I say. And then I have the tote surrounded by boxes, so when I spray paint, not too much will get all over in the garage. And I'm layering different colors with spray paint on top of the water. This is what is going to make the hydro dip. Next, I am just taking a stirring stick and just kind of blending the colors together to make a cool design. I think it is so cool to see how the paint actually creeps up onto the wood, and then you quickly take it out and you get this cool piece. I did multiple pieces of pallet wood with this hydro dip technique. Next, I have this gray shutter that you see here that I'm going to use as the foundation for the jewelry organizer. As you can see, I'm going to use this piece of pallet board that I did the hydro dip with because it's a more narrow board, and I want to use this board for the top of the shutter jewelry organizer. Now I am just measuring the shutter from side to side to see how long it is I need to make this piece of board, or I should say to cut this piece of board to go at the top of the jewelry organizer. So with looking at it, I have decided I want to use this end of the board for the top of the shutter. So I've made my markings, and I'm going to draw a straight line that I can use as a guide for cutting this piece of wood. So now I am using my clamps to clamp down the piece of board onto my workstation here where I will be making the cut. I'm using my Black & Decker circular saw, and here we go. The board started to move, so I had to take and get another clamp to clamp it down so it will stay steady. Place the circular saw back in where it had left off so that I can finish the cut. And it is cut. Clamps off the board. And here it is, the cool piece. Now to sand the end smooth where I cut it with the circular saw. Now I'm taking and just sanding the end really good just to make it smooth. So I'm just holding the piece, it's light, and just sanding the edge there. That I'm going to use for the top of the shutter jewelry organizer. Feels pretty good. We're all good. So now I'm going to take this piece of wood, the hydro dip pallet wood, and place it on the top of the shutter just like so. So I will be getting some wood glue and putting it right at the top of the shutter to adhere the board down to, and then clamp it. Just smearing the wood glue on. And now to place the super cool hydro dip pallet board on the top as I would like it. Wipe off any excess glue. Just look at it, we're getting there. And now to clamp it so it can dry for almost 24 hours. See? I have to wipe off a little bit of excess that came out when I clamped it together, so I'm doing that right now. Wood glue has dried, so clamps are coming off. I am going to be using this drill bit to pre-drill holes that I will be needing for the wood screws to go in. Here we go. I'm just guesstimating from one side and coming over to the other side because the screws don't have to be exactly perfect on this piece. It's supposed to be kind of rustic-like. And now to change the drill bit for screwing in the screws. Picking out 4 screws that will be the proper depth for screwing into the pallet board and into the shutter. And now to measure again the length of the pallet board, because this is what's going to help me determine how I want to put in my hooks for the jewelry. Finding midpoint of the board, and then I want the holes to be about 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom of the board. Drill time! And to change the drill bit back for the proper hole for the screws. So I made 1 hole, and I want to try out the hook just to see how it fits in there and to see what it's going to look like. So I am putting the hooks about 1 inch apart across the length of the board. And they're also going to be about 3/4 inch from the bottom of the board. Okay, I'm going to drill some more holes now for more hooks. Doing the twist because we're going to be twisting in the cup hooks. And now to twist in the cup hooks that are going to be used for holding the jewelry, as this definitely takes some strength of your hands, that's for sure. And I needed some help, so I had to use these needle nose pliers because it was hurting my hand. And now to drill the rest of my holes, as I could have drilled them all at one time, but I was just a little impatient and wanted to see what it was going to look like when they were quite a few put together. So now I'm just finishing drilling the rest of the holes, and I will put in the cup hooks or jewelry hooks for this project, and it will give my hand a rest, that's for sure. So these are the hooks that I'm going to be using as the jewelry hooks. Thank goodness for needle nose pliers, that is all I can say. I like the way it feels. One more, people, one more. Woo! So next I'm going to be putting some smaller circular hooks on the sides of the shutter where you can hang dangling earrings. You can just slide the posts right through. 1 pair could go into each hook. And I'm measuring 5.5 inches from the bottom of the hydro dip board there, and then I'll be measuring 5.5 inches between each hook for those earrings. These are the small hooks that I will be using to hold the earrings. More twisting. I am measuring the center of the border of the shutter to make sure to have the hook centered on that border part. Twist, twist, twist. There's room for 1 more set of earring hooks on the sides. Hallelujah for the last hook I have to twist for this project. Look at it, I'm so excited as this is a very functional piece as it can store lots of necklaces or bracelets and definitely some earrings. So next I want to show you the back of the shutter, and what I'm going to do is put 2 picture hangers so that you can use either picture hangers to hang this up, or you can put nails and hang this up, or you can put a wire between the 2 picture hangers and hang it up with the wire. So you have 3 options. I'm just taking my measurements to make them fairly even. PJ's Garage, that's me. This is where it all happens. Drilling the holes. Putting in the screws. I had to loosen up the hooks a little bit and turn them around the other way because I had the hanger part at the wrong end, but it was an easy fix. Here it is. It is done. Here it is without any jewelry. Time for the final reveal with the jewelry. I am just fired up about how this project turned out. I love jewelry. And this jewelry organizer is just great. It has personality, it's super cool, has a great vibe. You can put rings on it, you can put your earrings on it, your bracelets, your anklets, your necklaces, you name it. You organize it and put what you want on it. With the jewelry hanging on it, it becomes a piece of art, truly. Another PJ's Garage creation.